Beloveds, you are invited to be open at the top of all you've come to know, to give your beliefs some room to breathe. And when you do, who knows what will be revealed? Are you open and ready? You are? Are you? Yeah? Uh-huh. Great, because I'm ready to give it. I'm ready. As Wonder Man, let me ask you a question. I have several today. What is the science of mind? The science of mind is a study of truths, plural, spiritual truths. What is a spiritual truth? Spiritual truth is that which is. That's pretty clear and bland, isn't it? Not much juice in that, except. So I should go on. What is it doesn't change. Spiritual truth never changes, ever. Why? Because truth is universal through all, at the base of all world religions. It's all-encompassing, and it is the reason, cause, and power in and through everything, all experiences. Many of the students in this room already have that concept, right? Heard it before. But it's like eating and breathing. You need to always repeat, because it nourishes our soul like food and air nourish our bodies. The Science of Mind glossary, truth is defined as complete, perfect, whole, self-existent, causeless. Remember that, it's causeless. Almighty God, spirit law, mind, intelligence, and anything and everything that implies reality, which is a greater reality, not this one. This is a reality. But there is a greater one to be known by each of us. Truth is, get this, truth is both cause and effect, the Alpha and the Omega. So I researched Alpha and Omega, and Alpha is not just male. In Revelation 22:13, it tells us the Alpha and the Omega are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet. Did you know that? Some of you do. The first and the last, the beginning and the end. In other words, I'd say, without beginning or end, or a continuum of life and expression. So Alpha and Omega spans eternity. Another question. What is not truth? Truth is not the outer. We're the expression of truth. We have shown up here in this form and doing this thing for whatever reasons we think we have to do them. It's the result of truth being spoken to create demonstration. But right now, the outer is not the truth. You got that? Truth is inner unfoldment. It is revealed by you. It's revealed through you into this outer experience, this thing, this demonstration. When I hear Alice play, I know that her truth is so fluid, and her expression and her love in that moment is very palpable, isn't it? So thank you, Alice, for being part of my lesson today. As all of us are. When I walk in the morning, I love to go to all the different departments. And I love to be at the front door when I can, because that's where I can experience the most love and connection. So traditionally, we in the Science of Mind teaching begin each January with a series of foundational collective understandings of many of the world religions and their wisdoms. These key wisdoms are noted in the Science of Mind textbook. And this was put into book form by Ernest Holmes in 1938. And it's in the first 4 chapters of that textbook. Today's lesson, titled Cause and Effect in the Sweetgrass, combines Science of Mind text, how to use it, understanding cause and effect. And the book from Robin Wall Kilmer, Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teaching of Plants. That's a lot, isn't it? It's juicy, like Kathy says. It's very juicy, the read. This morning I'll attempt to weave together ideas from both books, and as well as other writers, and my own thoughts and experiences. You may have noticed the first word in my title provides 2 avenues of thinking. What's behind me? What's behind me? Is the title up there? Oh, okay. There, okay. You see how it's spelled, what I did with the title? Okay, I want you to see that. Now could you go to the grass, please? Sweetgrass. Oh, perfect, thank you. Now, so, according to that title, cause or caused, I'll proceed with what Ernest Holmes tells us, which quite simply is thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. So, what's the difference, cause or caused? Well, from my perception is of how to use it, you and I reside in the middle of all that experience. In between caused, that which has already happened, or what we've demonstrated, and cause, what we are yet to create as our next experience. So there's the cause, the was, and the cause which might be in the future. Time for another question. Are you causing a repeat of what you've already caused in the past? None of us have, right? I have. So, back to first cause. Back to first cause. Turn away from the caused, back to what is yet to be known, which is in the cause process or cause evolution of ourselves. Does that already been caused bear repeating over and over again for you? Sometimes it can be, like if you're doing good, good financial, good relationship, all those kinds of things that we demonstrate. I want more of that. Have you heard that? James tells me a lot of that. I like some more of that food. I like some more of that, whatever that's going on, I want more of that. Well, you're causing something to occur for yourself or to reoccur. If not, then you may consider cleansing your consciousness of that ego-driven idea or belief. I know we all get stuck in our stuff. I do. And it surprises me, but it shouldn't, right, Dr. Carolyn? Because it ain't over till it's over. And it's never over, all right? We're always evolving. Last week, Reverend Connie Asquith spoke to the idea that whatever we resist or push against or are insistent must change wait for it, persists. In other words, our ego moves to the front of the line in our consciousness, reinforcing that same type of experience. What tends to happen, in my view, is ego puts down a deeper root in the sweetgrass. It's stronger. It holds on. You ever tried to pull up a little tiny plant and find a root like, whoa, I must go to the other side of the earth. So there's a visual. So it can be something you think is very small and easy to remove on the surface, but it might not be. It might not be. So, close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what am I pushing? What have I been pushing against? Now take a breath. In your mind, back away from that. In consciousness, back away. Take a breath. And place that ego into a new field. Out of your consciousness. And create for yourself a cleared field of new soil. A field of honorable harvest. Taking another breath, ask yourself, what would I rather refocus on for a different experience? One worthy of divine mind, of your time, which is reinforced with loving energy. What would that be? And breathe into that. One more breath, and when you're ready, open your eyes and become present back in this room. I saw a lot of expressions go from to. How was that? Okay? Good. So, trust me that by releasing the caused by reinforcing and focusing on a new, fresh, clean cause, that results in wow and a look. Meaning, look what I've demonstrated. Atta boy, atta girl. Look what Spirit has done through me. We've all had some wonderful demonstrations, haven't we? Do you tell anybody? Do you share that? Good. It's good news. It's good news. I'm so grateful when I recognize that my thinking needs a tune-up. Truth alert, effects or demonstrations are always changeable. I used to beat myself up when I thought, oh, I did that again. Or that's not what I wanted. But when I focus on not the thing, but the feeling, there's a whole wow of a demonstration that comes before us. I know that. I'll tell this story again. It was one of my first demonstrations, and it was a new car. And I had just learned treatment. So my license plate was, Carolyn remembers, TRT, MENT, treatment. Big issue police on the license plate. I got the first payment coupon. I felt burdened, not freedom. You know, and that happened, boom, within about, the first month. And I sat with it for, a good year and got rid of the car. Not the treatment, but the car. So, oftentimes we think we want the thing when what we want is the feeling, the sense of whatever. The ego says, once everything falls into place, I will find peace. Spirit and truth says, find peace and everything falls into place. It's by Marianne Williamson. The first step is always beginning where you are. In Braiding Sweetgrass, chapter titled The Honorable Harvest, I love the symbolism of the sweetgrass and the layers of growth not yet seen. Do you know the purpose of sweetgrass? AI is so smart. The use of sweetgrass is deeply connected to indigenous cultural and spiritual traditions. It says so on the front of the book. It is believed to be a gift from the Creator, and its smoke is said to carry prayers and intentions up to the spirit world. So sage, we often hear sage a house, sage a this before you go in to get rid of the juju, the bad juju, This is kind of a different smoke in that it's lifted up to a higher vibration. The concept of the honorable harvest requires a clear, intended mind, open to immeasurable possibilities, nourished with love and patience, while residing in comfortable, calm assurance of perfection in the outcome. Don't we all do that? Sometimes. Metaphor. I have a metaphor for you. I was gifted some very large, almost prehistoric-looking amaryllis bulbs, a dozen of them. And she says, when you're ready, put them in a bucket of water overnight. I go, really? Okay. Plant them this way. Okay. So we did that. I planted all 12, thinking, if they all come up, great. If they don't, okay. They're all coming up. They're all coming up. Well, what appears first? The leaves. And they're quite nice. And then, after a period of time, the leaves drop, and up comes this spear, this purposefully rising until, ta-da, it blooms. It's quite magnificent. I love the symbolism of standing tall and showing off yourself, Look, here I am. I've arrived. Can we tell the bloom to be there sooner? Will a rose bloom before its time? No. Well, there's the mighty oak. If you put the acorn down, you say, grow. I want you to grow now. In 20 minutes. All right? No. It's in perfect time. We cannot rush it. It is its own nature and process in time, and it's always perfect. But we get in the way of our perfection by rushing it, pushing it, and we're disappointed, aren't we? So there are times in life when the effect appears almost immediately. Other times it seems to take forever, like the amaryllis. Many effects require patience. Why? Many manifestations have more layers. It's like soil. Our belief. It has some things need a deeper soil to take root, and some just take longer to come through, because there's more beliefs added on top of that thought nugget. Well, those obstructions, I came to this, they're a result of a hangover of belief. So that You ever had a hangover of belief? Had a hangover. Only one at a time. Well, beliefs. So, braiding sweetgrass reminds us that life is a braiding. It's a weaving, an intertwining of lore and tales and stories of what has come to us, and ultimately through us, and what is yet to come. T.S. Eliot said, "For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. And to make an end is to make a beginning." For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. Speak into it, a different direction. And to make an end is to make a beginning. Have you chosen a word to live from for 2026? A feeling word? I did a process at the end of the year last Sunday. I gave you my heart and asked you to come up and place them in the water. My word is comfort. My affirmation is, I reside in a consciousness of divine comfort as all ideas, interactions, and movements. Whew. For me to be in comfort, or whatever feeling word you choose to have, is vital to remember all that was caused ahead of the comfort. Recognize it, bless it. What no longer fits, release it. Welcome a greater clarity. So let's do an affirmation using that idea. Repeat after me. All that was caused, I recognize it. I bless it. What no longer fits, I release it. I welcome a greater clarity. Now. Thank you. I believe that. So back to Ernest Holmes, Science of Mind, I quote, "I love my past and my future and understand that they are but continuations of one unbroken chain of life. There is no future to be afraid of and no past to bring discord into the present." There is no past to bring discord into the present. Remember, 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 always remember. You are always in the middle of caused and cause, the fulcrum of a spiritual seesaw, balancing and choosing from the wisdom gained by your past and living into your greater self. A self of awareness, of patience, and acceptance. Because you are open at the top. That's your truth. You're open at the top. Now I'd like to call up the AV slide. And let's say this together. Can y'all see that? Your mind will always believe everything you tell it. Feed it hope, feed it truth, feed it love. And so it is. Beloved is blessed the cause and welcome the cause with a greater conscious awareness than ever before. You deserve all the good that Spirit has in store for you. What do you say? You say, is that a yes? Hallelujah. So it is. So it is.